Hey guys, this is Fing/Via here, coming at you with a new update video. This is a bit of a very important update video. Because of some recent events regarding YouTube's policy change, I have no choice but to make this video to explain the future of my channel. And I'm sorry you're hearing noises in the background. That's my PS4, sounding like a freaking airplane starting up. But as for people that are not in the loop, YouTube did this stealth policy change that's so vague that it's kind of dumb. To where pretty much, from my understanding of it, and even I'm still kind of like, what the heck does this even mean? Is that they don't want you to swear in like the first 15 minutes. In the first 15 seconds, and they don't want you to show any gory stuff in the first 15 seconds. So obviously, you're right. Thumbnails have to be safe. Etc., etc., etc. But the problem is, even if people abide by that rules, you even have family-friendly content creators getting hit by demonetization because of the auto-generated captions. Because sometimes those are not translated well. Those don't always translate well. They don't always translate the video well, to where in the video someone could say something, and then like the auto-generated captions could say something else that's totally wrong. So like it could legit generate a super offensive word, even though that the commentary did not state that word at all. Now, I made a poll about the future of streaming on this platform. Because knowing this change right is that everyone knows that I don't always stream Sonic stuff. Because honestly, there are times I need a break from that blue hedgehog. So I made a poll about if I should keep streaming on my main channel or make a separate YouTube channel and stream there, or just go ahead and actually start mainly streaming on Twitch. Unless it's, of course, Sonic related stuff or like family friendly content. So I'm not at risk at getting hit. And that's the issue, right? Even though that if I do some more family friendly stuff, my videos could still get demonetized. So it's one of those. It's quite literally Russian roulette. And this is the first time this is not the first time, but this is one of the few times I've actually kind of disagree with YouTube, because everyone knows I don't tend to complain about YouTube too much. I know my place on this platform, I know my audience, and I know what they want. A lot of the complaining about certain issues like copyrighted music and all that, that's totally easy to understand. Which is why I don't understand why if somebody puts a freaking Rolling Stones song in like one of their videos, it gets copyrighted by their record label. Well, gee, I wonder why. They do have the right to do that at the end of the day. But for this change, it's confusing. So, if I decide to go ahead and actually do this show, I may not make any money on it. Which sucks. So that means my choice going forward with the show was that I was going to make it for free on YouTube. I was basically going to start out like Rooster Teeth in a sense, to where like you could watch RWBY for free. I mean, you can still watch RWBY for free, but you just can't watch it on YouTube for free anymore, because they took it off for some stupid reason. Which YouTube is what made Rooster Teeth at the end of the day. But that was probably a Warner Brothers decision. It probably wasn't their decision. But I could be wrong about that. So now with the show, right, I have I'm gonna have to hopefully get it good enough to where it can be on Netflix or Hulu. But the problem with it being through Netflix is that I don't want them to interfere with my creative vision. So this whole policy change has kind of made me a bit more apprehensive about doing anything moving forward. This whole policy change has definitely made me consider quitting. I will be honest about that. Especially since I haven't had the greatest few months. Especially since I haven't been able to make any videos at all. Even though that I'm recording this one, I don't like recording on my iPad. I hate it. I prefer recording through OBS or Audacity, something that's high quality. So, now some people may freak out and all that, but I think my plan moving forward is I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing. I'm going to see what exactly happens. If my video gets demonetized, then I'm gonna have to start pushing memberships, donations, and definitely Patreon. Yes, you guys heard it here first. I might make a Patreon, and I'm also gonna start promoting my Ko-fi account as well. As for streaming on this platform, I don't like the idea of me possibly needing to split up content just because YouTube may not want me to stream like Resident Evil 2 Remake. And in my opinion, right, what gives YouTube the right to do this? You know, if it is parents that are complaining about these things, well, they're kind of barking up the wrong tree, right? This is, like, to me, right, I compare this to a parent letting their kid run into a freaking expensive pottery store, right? And the kid starts breaking all the expensive vases, but the parents complains to the shopkeeper that it's their fault of why the customer's kid is destroying these expensive pottery. In my opinion, that's the same equivalent. There's been a lot of speculation about that, honestly, that it could be parents complaining, and I would not hold it. I wouldn't hold it past parents to do that, but there's no proof. But if there is, again, it's your fault for not using YouTube Kids. That's why YouTube Kids exists, is to separate it so that kids can watch stuff that are not going to traumatize them. Can you imagine if a freaking 5-year-old stumbled upon one of Markiplier's Resident Evil 2 Remake Let's Plays? A lot of kids are scared of that stuff. So, I don't exactly know what was the reason behind this. All I know is 2023 has definitely started off with a doozy for me, and I need to do some brainstorming. I might talk to Mizuki about this and get her input to see what I should do, because honestly, this is making me very apprehensive about continuing on this platform. I've even thought about going full-blown Twitch, and Twitch is just as worse, or if Twitch isn't just as worse, they are even more worse than YouTube. But at least on Twitch, I can stream gory video games and not get flagged for it. It's kind of weird how, like, 2023 has kind of started off a bit rough for me, because I'm still dealing with stuff with packages, which fun fact, I still haven't gotten my laptop yet. So this year started off great, but I'm not going to be one of those dramatic people that just assume that the whole year is going to be bad because of just some bad situations, but it is what it is. I'm sorry if this update video seems more of a downer. It's not my intention to scare people about me possibly quitting, but there is a 50-50 chance I might if I start getting demonetized for doing my job. YouTube, if you so happen to be watching this, I disagree with this decision. I think you're going to kill this platform, kind of like how the Stadia side of Google kind of killed that platform. I think it is time that some big YouTubers actually create a platform that can rival YouTube. And honestly, I think MrBeast could do it. MrBeast has definitely the freaking money to actually do something like that. And actually allow creators to be creative. I mean, obviously, right. I mean, I don't want, a lot of, bigotry stuff running amok on that thing. There still has to be rules, no matter if this what if, does ever become a reality. Again, this is just a what if. This is me just doing a bit of a what if. But I think it's high time we get a platform that can rival YouTube. And TikTok, some people might suggest TikTok. I disagree. TikTok promotes quantity over quality. TikTok has a lot of stupid videos on there. It has a lot of stupid content on there. Even though that I have put some of my stuff on TikTok, I don't ever plan on trying to become big on the platform. If I do become big on TikTok, then so be it. Yeah, I'm not, like I said, I don't think TikTok is the YouTube killer app like people think it is. So we'll see what happens. But knowing how YouTube is, they'll make a change and then they end up changing their mind because it's not working. So we'll see what happens. I'm not just going to make a rash decision and be like, I'm going to be doing my early retirement party. But I will let you all know that if I start making content and things start getting demonetized, I will quit. And I'm not bluffing. I will quit. I busted my ass on this platform. And without sounding too entitled, I've always felt like I never gotten my, I guess, time to shine per se, because a lot of stuff that was either out of my control or in my control and all that. But we'll see what happens. Anyways, you guys, take care.